change it up a little bit, so that way I'm using the base of my hand instead of my thumb.
Now this is Darren Burdigan, and he fought Sean Shirk at CFX 2, is that right?
That's correct. He was undefeated before he fought Sean. He beat Sammy the Squeeze Morgan by a triangle armbar, and he was undefeated until he fought Sean. Sean beat him, and then he remained undefeated until here at the XKK, and he was their top fighter, and I wanted a chance to take him out.
Now he's like 9'3", right?
Yeah, he's a tall little bugger. His actual height is 6'3", with his shoes off.
Now, even though this is in Fridley, it seems that there's a few fans down there.
Yeah, again, you know, wherever I seem to go, people seem to like the way I fight. I try to keep pressure on all the time, and just no matter where I go, everyone seems to be on the bandwagon. And I get people from Brainerd that come down to every fight, no matter what. I've always got a core, hardcore 60 people, no matter, they'll go anywhere in the country to watch me fight, and there's usually 100 plus from Brainerd that go.
Now I think you just broke his nose.
Yeah, I got one of them hammer fists through and caught him right in the nose. Got some long legs. It was my arms weren't quite long enough all the time to quite reach him. But I knew since he had beat Sammy Morgan with a armbar triangle setup, I knew that I didn't want to stay in his guard, so I worked on passing his guard. And I took this fight with 2-day notice. I was supposed to fight another opponent, and he was injured, so I kind of did the XKK a favor by taking this fight on short notice, and myself a favor. You know, it was a big fight, known fighter. It gave me an opportunity to show my skills against a higher quality opponent.
It seems to me like you just keep the pace up. You just never slow down.
Yeah, I believe, you know, if you keep them defensive the whole time, you're not in as much trouble. So as soon as someone, you know, wraps a guard on it, you got to pass it, and you got to keep them trying to defend to keep you in the guard, so they're not worrying about submitting you. And when you're in cross body, I believe that if you keep attacking, you keep punching, they constantly have to defend, so they're constantly defending and not attacking, and that's a good thing when you're attacking and they're defending. Right here they made a mistake. This was supposed to be a 5-minute round, and the fights prior to this were amateur, and they were 3-minute rounds, so I kind of got screwed a little bit here, but all the same, the results will be the same in the end, I'm sure.
I've heard it said that your opponents have their only option is lay and pray, which means lay and pray to God. Is that right?
Yeah, you know, I mean, they lay and pray, so to speak, is just basically meaning that they're hoping to catch me with something and praying that they're going to catch an armbar or something. But a lot of people don't know that I'm not just a wrestler. I train with the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys in the Midwest. I mean, Greg Nelson is a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. I got Ishmael Bentley is a brown belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Clint is a purple belt, Clint Klaas, and Damian Hertz is a purple belt. So I train a lot of Jiu-Jitsu.
And you've also trained with Professor Pedro Sauer.
Yep.
And Dave Camarillo from Guerrilla Jiu-Jitsu.
Yep, I've trained with both those. And they're great experience to roll with those guys. this cage is really small.
Smaller than your cage?
Quite a bit smaller. It's only like a 12-foot cage. There's no room to move at all in that
thing. Now he's actually got you in locked guard.
Yeah.
Not for long though.
He was working.
He already opened it up.
Yeah, I knew he wanted to try to kind of get a stuffed triangle and kind of work one arm in and get in that position because he's got long enough legs that you wrap them suckers around you and never let you go.
There is blood everywhere. I know it's hard to see on this, but I was actually at this fight and the amount of blood was just incredible.
Yeah, it was. That was the most blood I've ever had on me, and thank God it was someone else's. And his nose was split wide open and he was cut under his eye as well. Here he's trying a submission on me that's kind of reverse V-lock, and it didn't work.
I know a lot of the people you've fought have said that you're just that you have freaky strength, even though you don't maybe look like you have the biggest build in the world. You're just freaky strong. Is that true?
Well, I that's what they say. You know, I grew up on a farm and I think just worked hard my whole life and just gives you a little different strength than weightlifter strength. You know,
you do not lift weights, is that correct?
I've never lifted a weight in my life. I think that I work road construction, I work on the farm, and I get a good enough workout as far as lifting all day, every day, so I've been doing fine with it. So we'll keep it.
Did you start getting frustrated with Darren's legs?
Yeah, he's got real long legs, and they just were everywhere. I'd pass and they'd be everywhere. They were just everywhere. So yes, I was getting frustrated, but I knew I had to be patient.
Now we talked before about attempting an ankle lock, and you try to just stay away from those. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm not a good foot locker. I do them when I roll, and I do them when I'm sparring with guys, but never in a fight. It just leaves too much exposed. If I was ever in trouble and had to go for one, I'm pretty sure I could pull one off, but when I'm in dominant position, I'll never go for a leg. I'd rather punch him and smite him with an armbar or a choke.
People have also said you hit like an orangutan. Is that accurate?
Well, you know, you got to be able to punch from all different angles, and if I gotta punch like a orangutan, I'm gonna punch like a orangutan. Whatever it takes to hit someone in the face. I'm a big fan of the monkey punch, so.
It's another splendid shot.
There was a tight mount pass that Sean Shirk showed me. He showed me almost everything I know. There I'm trying a short rear naked, short choke we call it. It's where you don't put the arm behind the head. You just go with the short choke. And he rolled into it, so he countered it correctly.
Digging with your head. Looks like the good old head and arm choke.
Yep, here comes the head and arm choke. Arm triangle. And tap.
Tap pretty quick.
Yeah.
Now that's the same exact choke that Sean Shirk beat him with.
Yep, Sean tapped him with that move, and it's kind of ironic that he got caught with both of us in that same choke.
Look at that guy's face.
Yeah, he was pretty messed up. He had to get some stitches.